Hello, welcome to Usi Love Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Gemini, May 2019. I did just do a video for the sign of Taurus, so if you have Taurus in your chart or if you're dealing with a Taurus, go check out their video. They actually just had a really awesome reading. It looks like they are staying in a relationship. That really means a lot to them. But Gemini, I already pre-shuffled off camera. We're just going to give them a quick shuffle on camera for the viewers, and we're going to get it popping. Okay, so this is my new deck I just bought y'all. It's called the Ancestral Path Tarot Deck. Look at these illustrations. They are bomb, y'all. So I'm just going to give them a quick shuffle, and we're going to get it popping. I hope all my Geminis are doing well out there. You guys, season is up next, and I know y'all ready to act a fool because that means summer has started. First card is the Nine of Pentacles. It's like the 9 of Sacred Circles, but this is the 9 of Pentacles in this deck, okay? You can see her. She's, it looks like she is getting ready to do some type of ritual. She could be praying a spirit or something. Next, it looks like the Prince of Cups, which is, we all know, the Knight of Cups. The World card, that was actually just showing itself, Gemini. And the Five of Pentacles, okay. Overall energy is the Star. That's Aquarius energy, okay. You can have Aquarius in your chart. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. This is the Universal Love Healing Oracle deck. You know, these used to be my big girls, but now this Ancestral Path Tarot deck just took over my big girls. Like, they make these cards look small, y'all. Quick shot. Gemini, May 2019. Gemini, May 2019. Okay. First card is Earth Connection. Okay. Enchantment. The Moon. Fear. Overall energy is blessings. All right, Gemini. Oh, see, they're doing too much. First card is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords. The Ten of Cups. And the World card. So you got the World in here twice. Overall energy is the Ten of Swords. This is a little tricky. Okay, so Gemini, you could be having hope in a situation that really kind of was toxic and it really has ran its course. You could have been dealing with a Libra. It's like it's justice that this is over. I think something is ending, Gemini. It probably happened fast, unexpected. You know, it could really have you, you know, hurt. It could be affecting like your money and stuff too. Okay, so you have the Nine of Sacred Circles, which is the Nine of Pentacles, Earth Connection, and the Eight of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite. So to me, this feels like if you are going through an ending that you are ready to move forward into a new, like, you know, you have hope. You know, you could be healing yourself. You know, you're just ready to move forward, I feel like. And you moving forward by yourself. But it's like you're working hard, Gemini, to really move forward on your own. You know, Earth Connection, this is like your connection to Earth. So this is like stability. You know, this person is working hard. You know, stability, that's, you know, making sure you have money in your pocket to do things. And even with the Nine of the sacred circles, you know, the Nine of Pentacles, this is basically like a Nine of Pentacles. This is a person that's maintaining on their own. They the single woman, they independent women. Like, they're doing their thing on their own, you know, and I think that's what you're working towards right now. Maybe you have went through an ending of some sort, Gemini, and now you are working towards really being independent at this time. Really planting your seeds, planting yourself firmly. So if you went through a breakup with someone you shared a home with, Gemini, you know, this is you reestablishing yourself. This is you getting a new place. If you had to move, you know, cities, you know, this is you maybe even like putting your kids in a new school. You know, we're towards the end of the school year, so let's not say that, but this is just you, you know, getting on your feet, you know, planting yourself in where you need to go for future, especially since you've ended something, and it looks like it was a blessing, whatever you ended. Maybe a message came to you, a message did come to you, you know, you heard something about this person, you know, yeah, it came in fact, it could have happened abruptly, however, you know, you're going to be growing from all of this, I feel like, though, Gemini. So, and this is you with major growth, because you even went from, you know, 8 to a 9 here. So it's like you are willing to take the steps to get to where you have to go in order for you to be firmly planted in your next move, you know. So like I said, if this is you moving out of one place to another, this is you getting established there. This is you moving a job because you know, move somewhere. You're starting a new job in that area. This is just you getting established, basically. Okay? Now you have the Prince of Cups here with the enchantment and the Eight of Swords. So it's like you could be honestly blinded to the fact that, and I wouldn't even say blinded, maybe you are hopeful in a sense that this person will come in and, you know, bring you an emotional offer. This could be happening. You know, this person could be coming in, trying to give you an emotional offer, really trying to pull the wool over your eyes, you know, trying to keep you stuck in this situation, Gemini, especially if this is something that was going on. You know, I mean, Ten of Swords is here. You could have been codependent. You could have had a toxic relationship with this person that really needed to end. You could have just been, you know, really hopeful in this, like holding on to hope. You know, you weren't ready to let it go. You know, but there were a lot of secrets and a lot of erratic shit going on. And I think that your person was very immature. Okay? But, you know, I think that if you are moving away from them, you are getting established away from them, Gemini, I really think that they're going to be coming back, trying to really, you know, offer something and really be enchanting, which is like, enchanting is like fairy tale, night skies with glistening stars. You know, this is like a Disney card to me, enchantment. You know, there's actually a Disney movie called Enchantment with a girl. She like comes out of a Disney movie into the real world. And she thinks everything's is just bubble gums and rainbows. You know, so this person could be coming in, you know, really trying to pull a fast one on you, Gemini, especially if you have moved away from this person and you are really establishing your footing away from them. You know, they don't like that, especially if you guys were codependent, like, you know, in a toxic relationship. You moving away from this person, that's not what they want. They want you stuck here at Eight of Swords, in a mental prison. You know, they don't want you out of there. And especially even if you got new suitors coming your way, they definitely don't like that, Gemini. You know, and that could be happening. You know, you could be having new suitors come in that you possibly don't even want to see because you're just so focused on establishing yourself at this time. You know, there can actually be some good offers around you, Gemini, that, you know, you're kind of overlooking. Not paying attention to, Gemini. But, you know, that's another way of looking at it too. Now, moving on, we have the World card paired with the full moon and the 10 of cups. So the world speaks of like cycles, and you got the world here again too. So, you know, honestly, the world, the moon, all you needed was the star here. Hell, the sun, we could have took it, you know. But I really feel like there is going to be a new cycle starting, and I really think that's going to be you discovering that you are yourself. You know, I really feel like that 10 of Cups here, it speaks of emotional fulfillment, but I really feel like a new cycle could begin with either a Pisces, or it could be a new cycle within your own emotional fulfillment. You know, it doesn't even necessarily have to be in a relationship. You know, your cycle could be just starting of you just really coming from 10 of Swords to 10 of Cups, you know, with yourself, you know, away from this toxic connection. Now, if your person is trying to recover from your 10 of Swords situation, they could be putting in the work, especially if they seeing that you're out here single, you know, and they don't want you out here with anyone else, Gemini, you know, and they're trying to bring this offer to you. But I feel like if you do decide to be with this person, there's definitely going to have to be things revealed to you. You guys are going to have some major conversations about what was going on, what was the cause of all this shit going down in our relationship. And even if you want to just, you know, close that chapter, and sometimes people need closure in order to close that chapter. Like they feel like they can't move forward until they understand why it didn't work. And that could be what's happening. In order for you to like really move on to the next part of your life, you're really going to have to understand why this relationship didn't work out, Gemini. You know, and if that's just taking time, you being alone, rediscovering yourself, it could even be speaking of you, you know, this woman isn't a mental present here, but you got the Prince of Cups here, which is a, you know, Nine of Cups coming and giving you an offer. You know, it could be that you finally seeing that some people, they do love you, or you could be seeing that this person did love you, but it just wasn't the right kind of love. You know, and you had to go through this. You had to learn from this. And with you getting this closure, you'll finally be understanding why you had to go through this. This person that you were in this with, they were in it right along with you. So y'all both have to understand what happened, what went wrong. Just gaining closure, gaining that intellect. So when you go into a new relationship, you don't do these things all over again, you know, and that's the major part. It's just growth. You know, anytime you have a relationship with a person, even if it was very bad, you gain something out of it. You gain lessons out of it, experiences that you know, like you've been there before, and you'll know better next time. Hopefully. Not everybody does, but hopefully, if you're listening to tarot readings and stuff, you're obviously trying to be a better person. You're trying to, you know, elevate yourself on a way that, you know, you need guidance, and you're trying to have guidance to move yourself in a better way, and in your spiritual growth and your own personal growth. So I really feel like in order for you to move forward and for you to finally get the relationship that you really want, that you're looking for, you're definitely going to have to gain some clarity on what went wrong in this past relationship, Gemini. And if your partner is trying to come back in strong and work this out because they don't want you single, I really feel like there is going to have to be some major changes in whatever cycle y'all was doing. You know, it could have been some toxic stuff y'all were doing that really needs to stop. It needs to be, you know, discussed. You know, it could have just been, you know, toxic stuff that y'all were doing, you know, maybe this person and you were just cheating on each other a lot. You guys could have been having like threesomes and all kind of stuff. Like, it just was like, and I would even say that that's not for everyone, but it just was very immature behavior that went on between you and this person. Immature for a relationship. You know, I think that you guys had intentions, or you had intentions for this, but it just really didn't end up the way that you really had planned. But if this person is coming back around, you will need to reveal things about what went wrong. They're going to need to reveal things. You guys are going to have to change things in y'all's cycle in order for y'all's, relationship to really work out, if that's something that you're trying to do, Gemini. Okay? Now you have the Five of Pentacles, which is the Five of Sacred Circles, the Fear card, and the World card. So I really do feel like, if you are going to be closing this chapter, it's going to be very challenging for you to move forward. It's going to be hurtful to you. You're going to be very afraid to even let this go if this is something that needs to be let go, because this is a spiritual card here, and this is blessings paired with the Ten of Swords. So it's like energy that needs to be cut loose, that the divine wants you to cut this loose, because once you cut this loose, this energy, you got blessings coming in. And right underneath the Ten of Swords is the Devil card. Like, y'all had it was a real toxic relationship that you were in, Gemini. You could have been dealing with a Capricorn, and this stuff was going on for a long time. And, it's time, God is the divine is trying to pull you out of this. Maybe, when you come in the tarot, you could have been praying to change this cycle. You knew it wasn't right, or your partner knew it wasn't right. They were praying, they have hope, they're praying for a change in this. And maybe the change is you got to let this person go, because something bigger and better is going to come in, Gemini. And I think that you may you're afraid. The Eight of Swords is here, and this is like you being in a mental prison, like you can't move forward. As much as other offers could be coming in, and you're just afraid to move forward, or you're afraid to put yourself out there. Maybe you feel like you won't be able to have another relationship like this. Maybe you're afraid that you'll never love someone, or someone will never love you the way that this person did. But, sometimes you have to just have that faith that, if this is meant to be and work out, it will. Sometimes you have to take a break from people in order for them to really see your worth, for them to really step up the way you need them to. And hell, even then, it might not even work. And I'm just being real with you. So you have to know within yourself that if you know that this is a situation that's a Ten of Swords and it's toxic, and the cycle really does need to change, because, really it's time and it's justice that the stuff just move. Like I said, the divine is in here. You really have to let go of that fear. Let the cycle go, because, you're not holding on to anything. Hell, you could be holding on to the sex. It ain't even just that, take a leap of faith that, you could be stuck at this fork in a road. You scared, just do it. See what happens. If it's meant to work out, it will. And if it's not, it won't. But Gemini, you got to take a chance on yourself, I really feel like. Because you got the Five of Pentacles, which is, being out in the cold. You're afraid of being out in the cold. You're afraid that this cycle is, I feel like you'll never be with anyone again. Like, you're almost afraid to let this go, because you're afraid to be alone. When there are blessings that are going to be coming in for you, it might even be in Aquarius. You might have Aquarius in your chart, but you have to just know that, if you've seen divine move things around in your life, if you've seen that God is in your life, you have to have faith that things are going to work out for the best. If it means letting go of this toxic relationship that you're really scared to let go of, you're going to have to take a chance. Hell, if it's that toxic, When they codependent on you, they ass is going to be around. But you got to take a chance on yourself. You know, you could even be dealing with the Pisces. But I really feel like you need to take a chance on yourself, Gemini. Be ready to start a new cycle. Because I think one is coming. And when it does, comment on my video. But that's what I got for you for May 2019, Gemini. I'll be back with some mid-months, but don't be afraid to let go of a toxic relationship. What's the worst that could happen? Okay? But that's all I got. Thank you for coming to see me at Usi Love Tarot. And I'll see you next time. Good night.